saga begins. Begin war.
Good day everyone, the Transport Gaming here. We're looking at car number 2 of the Crew Car Speed Pack of the Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG Black Series Coupe, or as I would nickname it, the Mad Merc. Well, there are lots of Mad Mercs in this world, but most Mercs are madder than others, as I would say. This would probably be number 2 on my list of Mad Mercs that I particularly love. The maddest of them all probably is the CLK GTR AMG. And then there's the SLR McLaren, but we'll get to that. The C63 AMG Black Series Merc is probably, well, other than the Alpha 4C, one of the best cars in this pack, primarily because there's just a lot of fun you can have with it, and because of its performance. Now, this is it in performance spec. It's also available in circuit spec as the C Class AMG TTM Coupe. If you follow German touring cars. Anything else about it? Yeah, this is in performance spec because then you can get the actual car with the added canards and the rear wing that you get when you buy like a track package. I think that's what they call it, the track package. Now, performance wise, it does get I'm driving in a hardcore mode, I should say. It does get a bit drifty, but it does put the grip down, so it can be a bit docile if you want. The steering is a bit sluggish though. This is me coming off of the it could just be the weight though. This is coming off of the Alpha 4C. I enjoyed that car, but after that I went into this car, it was like, ugh, gotta steer this way, gotta think beforehand. But for the most part, it puts the grip down, and even though it does have pack oversteer, you can actually do some docile things with it, and I enjoy it. And then there's nitrous, where once you engage it, it doesn't produce any extra wheel spin or any extra monumental torque that your wheels be spinning, and you won't get most of the nitrous effect out of it. Once you put the nitrous down, you get a lot of grip from those tires, and you just boost on the way to 200 plus miles an hour. This thing could do 250 actually with drafting, but without drafting, 230, 240 is his actual max speed. So here I am doing a bit of PvP work with it. There's actually one guy there, probably you can see there, with the car in alt driving help mode. There's a bit of controversy between hardcore and alt driving help. Personally, I really don't care what mode you use. The hardcore mode just seems to be a bit of a challenge. You get the car's actual feel, actual handling of the car, rather than having the computer do most of the work for you. But for the most part, this is probably one of those cars that you should probably own. Can it beat Avenger does? Probably. Yep, it's probably lighter than it, and it's probably more docile. So I hope you guys enjoy the action that I produced with this car, and that's pretty much it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.